Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Piglet here once again, and I'm Rarity here. Hey, Pony, and everyone else for that matter. Hey, I'm Rarity from the Maxi Toys, as I mentioned earlier, and welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Kart DS for the Nintendo DS. So last time we actually did manage to tackle through Special Cup, and we managed to did that dominated very nicely with Yoshi. And today for this episode, we're about to be moving on into the beginning part of the Retro Cups department, starting from the Shell Cup. So before we get into the actual episode, actually, it has been a really long time since we're actually going to come back to this. I'm pretty sure that we haven't uploaded this since, like, I think almost until November or like a couple of months ago. But even then though, because we'll go into that in a moment, but even then though, although actually we'll go explain this to you now, because usually number one, that 2016 has already been finished. Secondly, some other Let's Plays will about to be finished. Thirdly, that it might take some time to actually just try to actually take some time to actually either finish this Let's Play or onwards. 4 is that we do have some time to be developed for some redo Let's Plays at some point in the future in 2017 and some upcoming Let's Plays during this year as well. So yeah, it has been a while since I actually come back into this game because, you know, redo Let's Plays, continuation Let's Plays, etc. But you get the idea. So anyway though, yeah, let's get back into the actual video itself. So right off the bat though, that we're going to be using our different character this time around, because we actually going to be, because we already picked Toad from Mushroom Cup, and we already picked Luigi from Flower Cup, and we've already picked Mario from the Star Cup, and we've already picked Yoshi for the Special Cup. So even then though, we only got like, let's just say 8 characters to showcase for left. But even then though, I would say that I probably should save Princess Peach and Bowser before we get into the mission mode, because even then though, that of course we'll tackle for mission mode obviously, because we'll explain more in that mission mode until later on. But for now on, let's go ahead and pick Dry Bones, the newcomer to the Mario Kart series as playable debut. So let's just go ahead and select our number 1 choice for Dry Bones' Kart department, and that was the form of the Dry Bomber, which is usually shaped like a tank if you ask me, from the World War series. So anyway though, so I'm assuming this is going to be the excellent cards we'll be using, because we'll explain more on that later. But even then though, last time that we actually did manage to completely done with these normal cups from the Mario Kart DS has to offer, and now we're going to be doing the retro cups. So we have the Shell Cup, Banana Cup, Leaf Cup, and Lightning Cup. Lightning Cup is the only Lightning Cup usually named did make a return from Mario Kart Super Circuit, but within different track layouts. So here we go. Let's go for the beginning. Let's go ahead and start with Shell Cup first, because it was the beginning part of the Retro Cups department. So we have SNES, Mario Circuit 1, N64 Moo Moo Farm for Mario Kart 64, GBA Peach Circuit for Mario Kart Super Circuit, and finally GCN means Nintendo GameCube Luigi Circuit for Mario Kart Double Dash. So let's get started. So of course the first track we'll be run into is SNES Mario Circuit 1, from obviously from Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. And of course, this wasn't exactly the first ever Mario Kart game to actually return those returning tracks. No, that honor goes to Mario Kart Super Circuit, because in Mario Kart Super Circuit does only contain these returning tracks, most likely for Super Mario Kart, most likely. So, the huge differences between Mario Kart DS incarnation of the SNES tracks is that, or in this case the Super Nintendo tracks, for there's a proper name for it, is the fact that you do have 3 laps instead of 5 laps. Which you'll probably judge the fact that these Super Nintendo tracks might be significantly shorter compared to how it does it in the original version from the Super Mario Kart, and especially the Mario Kart Super Circuit version, because if you're actually trying to unlock these certain extra cups from based off of Super Mario Kart tracks, that way you can actually race through 5 laps, or else in this it's basically pretty much 3 laps now. So even then, that's the only major differences anyway. And also another major difference is that the entire course itself is actually full-fledged out 3D, which is actually pretty impressive for the time. So yes, Mario Circuit 1 is pretty basic course for the game, even then that, or in this case, a basic course in Super Mario Kart. But even then we actually beat this level for under a minute, which is quite impressive for the time. But anyways, now we move on to N64, in this case Nintendo 64 track, known as Moo Moo Farm. So even then that track will belong to Mario Kart Super no, not Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario Kart 64, I should say. So anyway, apologize for my little bit of an arrow side of things, but I digress though. Don't blame it on yourself, Rarity, because I'm sure enough you're still a pretty gorgeous pony. To me anyway. Well, thank you, darling. And plus really attracted too to me. Anyway though, so obviously judging by the fact that how one thing we haven't mentioned about this is that when it comes to the retro tracks stuff like that, basically what happens was though is that in Mario Circuit 1 was originated from the Mushroom Cup from Super Mario Kart, and then basically I'm pretty sure that every single track we'll be racing into from Shell Cup, which was easily this, is that every single course was actually based off of the Mushroom Cups in every Mario Kart games. Like, for instance, Mario Circuit 1 was, as I mentioned earlier, was originated from Mushroom Cup from the Super Mario Kart game, and also that Mushroom Cup from Mario Kart 64 from Moo Moo Farm, well, essentially the second track originated from Mario Kart 64. And then also there's actually Peach Circuit, which we'll get into in a moment, and also Luigi Circuit from Mario Kart Double Dash. So even then though, that's how it usually goes though, hey. Oh god, there's gonna be blue shell. Haha, we made it there just before when the blue shell was about to designate it to us. Or even in this case, screen nuke for us. But that was close though. So anyway, now we move on into the next course. We have GBA Peach Circuit, which was originated from Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance. And this was originally from Mushroom Cup, with the first track in Mario Kart Super Circuit. So yeah, that's how it usually goes though, hey, when it comes to this little tradition, because obviously that one thing you might actually notice is that this is actually the first time that so many playable characters, most likely well, obviously Wario hasn't been into any of the Super Nintendo tracks. Well, expecting Mario Kart Super Circuit for extra tracks, or even, sorry, I can't speak today, with the extra cups and all that. But even then though, when it comes to Daisy, Waluigi, Dry Bones, and even Rob as a result, well, Rob is the only one that, he's the only playable character in the Mario Kart series, well, usually for Mario Kart DS only, but even then though, yeah. So it's that, you can actually see that they actually going to be first time going to drive into the Retro Cups department. Like for instance, you know, Waluigi's going to be first time actually exploring the retro tracks to begin with. Well, not all of them yet though, but even then though, we'll get into that in a moment as soon as that, well, we don't know about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe though, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually add in the new 100 cups and all that, which I feel a little bit disappointed with. But even then though, it's not that much of an issue though. But anyway though. So yeah, with Peach Circuit, it's basically a pretty simple and easier tracks from, well, obviously from, originated from, Mario Kart Super Circuit most likely. So, yeah, how about that? Alright, so now we're going to the final course in the Shell Cup, and that was the form of Nintendo GameCube, or GCN. This means Luigi Circuit, originally from Mario Kart Double Dash, and much like any other tracks that we actually been into, this was also originated from the Mushroom Cup. And much like Peach Circuit from Mario Kart Super Circuit, and even especially Super Mario Kart Mario Circuit 1, this is actually based off of the first track in Mario Kart Double Dash. So it's gonna be a lot of like first set of courses in between in each you know, races in that particular cup. But even then, when we get to the other retro tracks in this game has to offer though, however, we'll be managed to encounter some of the different ones in here and there as well. So yeah. So a few things we want to mention about certain things is that recently we managed to noticed something is that we've recently watched ourselves Lego Batman movie, as what Debbie already mentioned that in Sonic 2 Let's Play. And for what I've watched it so far, it's actually really impressive, because much like how it does in the Lego movie, I was really impressed by the presentation, because usually it's made in Lego bricks, just like how it does it in the Lego movie counterpart. But except, although it does have some live action moments here and there, but unlike how it does in the Lego movie, that, well, we won't spoil the ending of the Lego movie, because I wanted to let you guys see it for yourself. But apparently though, they don't have any parent and a child interactions between each other if you ever played the video game version of the Lego movie before on any other consoles for that matter. And also another thing worth mentioning though is that the Lego Batman movie doesn't have a video game advertising. Well, except the fact that that the Lego Dimensions does sort of count because of the packaging and all that kinds of stuff. Oh, look out! Oh, phew, that was really close. And even then though, we actually did that pretty close victory at the end. Yeah, especially if imagine if the blue shell is almost trying to hit us, then we pretty much guarantee we didn't get a perfect run on that cup. But anyways, let's see our award ceremony for Shell Cup. Yoshi's third, Rob is usually second, and since we actually be using dry bones, we actually become number 1. Oh yeah, one thing we haven't mentioned is that the dry bomber, the cards we actually used, this is another card that is actually really good at snaking trick, because much like Egg 1 from Yoshi, and I believe also Marshmallow from Toad, this is actually a great card to use when you actually do a constant drifting. So, pretty cool stuff though, hey? And we actually got 2 star rankings, which was a new record, because previously we actually got ourselves an A rank, but we did that pretty well actually. So yeah, join us next time on Let's Play Mario Kart DS. It's the fact that we're moving on into Banana Cup next. So see you guys then. Later, fellas.